As we all know that this conference, two-day conference, is being organized under the guidance and support from KIX. We have token of appreciation to the KIX member from Samtse College of Education. So for this purpose, I would like to invite Dr. Kilisede on the stage. We have Joselius, KIX EMAP Habla. Dr. Sange Jamso, Senior Program Officer, GPE KIX. Adita Desai, KIX EMAP Hub Knowledge Lead. We have Marina, KIX EMAP Hub. And finally, we have Alisanda. I shall take a moment to thank GPE KIX for making this event a grand success. Otherwise, without their support, this would have been a dreamt dream. So once more, thank you so much, GPE KIX, and we are looking forward to have such kind of support, guidance, and even in near future. As we are almost to the verge of two-day conference, once more, I shall take a moment to thank GPE KIX, IDRC Canada, and at the same time, would like to thank Samtse College of Education and Ministry of Education and Skill Development for making this event a grand success. So without their support, I know many of us would have missed wonderful insights and wisdom. So I'm sure that through this discussion, they might be having a far-reaching, wonderful consequences and impacts in education system as well as in the process of making the policy. So from this, I also like to thank moderator, panelist, discussant, and participant, and of course, more than that, our lovely audience here. So to officially conclude the proceedings, I would like to invite Ms. Marina, GPE KIX Hub Knowledge, to deliver her concluding remark.
Thanks, everyone. So we just had some very rich 2 days together in this room. And I think I have a very difficult job, which is to highlight some key messages from what we learned. So I would like to apologize in advance for all the presenters, discussants, moderators, and keynote speakers if I'm not doing justice to your presentations, but the idea is that we just reflect on some key messages that we got in these 2 days. So our first day yesterday, we had two keynote speeches and a panel on strengthened learning. In the first keynote, we looked into mental health and education. And some key messages from that are that mental health needs are high, but the responses are still insufficient and inadequate. And we learned more about the PEMA Secretariat's response, that is a holistic, people-centered approach, which is not looking only on addressing the existing issues, but also on preventing mental health issues. And we also got the message of the importance of building bridges between different actors in the system to address the mental health challenges of students, including having the Ministry of Education as a key driver and champion for the success of the initiatives. We then moved into the panel on strengthened learning, where we had 4 very rich presentations to reflect upon. And among the highlights from that is that for ECCD, for early childhood care and development in Bhutan, it's critical that the Ministry of Education and relevant stakeholders work together to provide high-quality, inclusive, holistic ECCG services that lead to school readiness. We also had messages on the learner being at the heart of the National School Curriculum Framework, with a focus on competencies that are nationally rooted and globally competent, and that the curriculum assessment is now in the process to be benchmarked to Cambridge International Standards to have international recognition as well. We also heard about the approach taken for integrating 21st century skills in the Bhutanese curriculum, which includes curriculum review and alignment, capacity building for educators, and also pilot implementation in schools. Lastly, in that session, we also had some important messages related to the motherboards and AMI's data systems, which are very powerful systems existing in the country, and the potential for enhancing their utilization for data collection, management, analysis, and most importantly, for utilization to improve data-informed decision-making in the country. Lastly, yesterday we had a very enlightening keynote on embodying the 4 immeasurable qualities of loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity in teaching learning practices in Bhutan. And some key messages from that are that teaching practices and education values are misaligned with advancing the happiness for Bhutanese society. And there were an interesting discussion, where did we go wrong with including these values into education? And we had an insightful response that we're trying to do too many things at the same time and losing the essence of education in our schools. And we learned a little bit more about the collaborative action research that is addressing these, and a lot of best practices for addressing this challenge. Among various interesting practices shared, the role modeling was highlighted, teachers being role models for their students. And we also learned about the potential to scale these best practices, not only to pre-service training, but also to in-service training for teachers. We then started our second day, and we started with 2 parallel sessions, one on gender equality and social inclusion, and another one on teacher professional development. And unfortunately, we didn't have a chance to be in those 2 spaces, so let me highlight some key messages from that as well. So starting from the session that we had in this room, the gender equality and social inclusion, we heard the message that children's most valued education capabilities for promoting gender-responsive and socially inclusive education and safe school experience were respect, love, and care, and the GESI, Gender Equality and Social Inclusion curriculum. We also heard about the need for more targeted policies focusing on out-of-school children, as well as the need for additional resources to re-engage out-of-school children with disabilities. We heard also about the use of gender and inclusive pedagogy and how it has led to better teacher attitudes, better classroom practices, more gender sensitivity, and improved psychological perception of students. Lastly, on that session, we heard about how Bhutan provides equal opportunities for career advancement into school leadership roles for both men and women, but the policies stop at being gender neutral and are not addressing the biggest barriers that women face in progressing into leadership roles. On the other room, on teacher professional development, we also had a very engaging discussion which covered first the STEM-focused TPD model, teacher professional development model, using technology, and how it's helping teachers to strengthen their technological skills and make teaching more engaging. And there is a will from participating teachers in that experience to continue using this model. We also learned through a teacher utilization analysis that in many provinces in Bhutan, teachers are using extra time. They're needing to work extra hours to cover the curriculum needs, and there is a need to optimize schedules and workloads through better projection and allocation of teachers. Lastly, on that session, we also learned an interesting approach of scaling technology-enabled teacher professional development and the potential that this has for improving teacher professional development and also the use of ICT, of technologies in teaching practices. Lastly, just before lunch, we had a panel in which we heard from 2 teachers about their action research. And on that, it's probably fresh on your minds. We heard about the pivotal role of integrating Bhutanese Sign Language into early childhood education for fostering language development at an early age, alongside academic growth, and the needs for collaborative efforts in advancing that. We also learned the positive experience of using the PHET, interactive simulation-based instructional approach on academic performance, as well as student engagement and satisfaction. Lastly, as we just heard from our representatives from Maldives, Pakistan, and Nepal, we had some very interesting messages shared, and if I am to highlight a few, I would highlight the experience of Maldives and the relevance for Bhutan on teacher mental health being prioritized. So we heard against these 2 days about the importance of prioritizing the mental well-being of students, but there is also a potential to explore this further in terms of the teacher well-being. And the need for teachers to be healthy physically and mentally, ensuring that their workload is manageable. And we heard the experience from Maldives with having 1 day off for teachers to have time with their families, and also a policy guidance to ensure that teachers have a maximum number of contact hours at school, and salary increases as well, and also a mental health helpline for teachers. So what is being applied to students should also be applied to teachers in having them the support, and this comes at the benefits of teachers and students as well. We also learned a lot about Pakistan, and I would highlight the teacher licensing insights that were shared, including that it's inviting more young people to join the profession, that is also requiring teachers to have that required certification for teaching, with a potential for increasing the quality of teaching and learning. And also that this is not a project, that this is a policy. So it will be followed also in the long term. There will be a long-term implementation effect to be followed and learned from. Lastly, from Nepal, we also got very interesting messages, including the value that our expert has seen in how Bhutan has an intellectual foundation for the policies in education. So there was highlights on the importance of reflecting of what our aims in education are. This exercise is one that Bhutan is willing to advance with as well. And it was highlighted how important it is that there is a direction, there are some values, including the gross national happiness framework that are giving direction to all the policies in the country, and also having a framework to assess where things are and where things need to be advanced based on that philosophy. With that, I'll stop here. I hope you all gained not only these insights, but many more from these 2 days. And thank you, everyone, for this engagement, and also the audience for such an insightful critical discussions as well.
Thank you, Marina, for having a concluding remarks. So here, I would say that through our speech, she made us to recount the entire event that happened in these 2 days, and at the same time, she made us to miss even the event. So hereafter, we are looking forward to have such kind of events so that there is having academic community vitality. Once more, thank you, Marina, for your wonderful speech. So next, as this conference is being jointly organized by Samtse College and Ministry of Education, funded by GPE KIX, IDRC, now we would like to invite Aditi Desai to give a closing remarks.
Hello everyone, I'm Aditi Desai, the KIX EMAP Knowledge Lead for Southeast Asia, which means I'm the focal point in the KIX EMAP Hub for all our activities in Bhutan. So we are now reaching the end of the forum, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to just share a few words before we conclude. And I would like to start by expressing my sincere thanks to all those who made this forum a reality. First, the wonderful teams at Samtse College and the Ministry of Education and Skills Development. This list is not complete, but I would like to thank especially the core team. So, Dr. Kinley Seden, Dr. Kinley, Chiring Tamang, Sangilamo, Phub Namge Simge, Kinzang Dechen, and many others. The forum's success is the direct outcome of your tireless efforts and commitment. Also to the Honorable Chief Guest who graced us yesterday with his presence and shared his vision for the education system in Bhutan. From the KIX EMAP Hub team, of course, Jose Luis, Marina, and Alison, who are all here, and also part of the GPE KIX family, Sange Jamsho from IDRC. To all the keynote speakers, presenters, moderators, and discussants, thank you for sharing your insights and experiences and making this forum an enriching experience. To all the participants, including from the government, civil society, universities, all the researchers, teachers, teacher educators, and lastly, students, thank you for engaging in all the discussions and sharing your questions and ideas and speaking freely so we can all learn from each other. To all the staff running the media, the catering, all the other logistics, thank you for all your efforts in the background over these 2 days that enabled us to enjoy a successful forum. And even though the forum is ending, KIX work in Bhutan will continue, and I hope with increased relevance and usefulness. This includes both the hub, which aims to strengthen the connections between research, policy, and practice in Bhutan and all its 36 member countries, as well as the KIX research activities. So we, on our side, will continue working closely with our national team, including the KIX National Coordinator, the National Steering Committee, to continue understanding key priorities and opportunities for the country, so we can continue our work as a knowledge broker, linking national education experts within and across borders, and respond to any relevant demands for knowledge production, exchange, and capacity strengthening needs, all with the goal of contributing to better policy, planning, and education practice. We will also continue finding more opportunities for all the research findings generated by the KIX research projects to be of greater use in the national education system. So finally, I just want to be sincerely express that it was indeed a pleasure to be a part of the forum over these past 2 days and to meet and learn from all of you. Finally, please do let us know your views about the forum, including what went well and what could be done better. And you can do this through the post-event surveys, but also you can just come and talk to us directly. So thank you all very much. And with that, I'll conclude my remarks.
Hello, Kuzambo Lagaralu, and good evening. My name is Phub Singh Namge, and I'm the National Coordinator, KIX Coordinator, or / Planning Officer from the Ministry of Education and Skills Development. And we are organizing this event in collaboration with the Samtse College of Education, with support from the KIX EMAP Hub, GPE, and IDRC. Our discussions have not only deepened our understanding of Bhutan's education system, but also have provided concrete pathways to enhance learning, inclusion, and teacher development, which are the 3 pillars that are vital to the Ministry of Education and Skills Development. These sessions have reinforced Ministry of Education and Skills Development's commitment to a high-quality, inclusive, and future-ready education system. The key takeaways will directly inform policies and initiatives, ensuring, point number 1, stronger foundations for early learning and curriculum reform. Second point, greater inclusivity and equity across all education levels. Point number 3, a skilled and well-supported teaching workforce. The forum has sparked important dialogues, fostered collaborations, and laid the groundwork for actionable change. The knowledge shared here will help shape a more robust, innovative, and inclusive education system for Bhutan, ensuring the Ministry's vision of an educated and enlightened society of GNH. built and sustained on the unique Bhutanese values of Thadamtse, as in loyalty, and Lejudre, as in cause and effect. Thank you so much.
Kuzangpo everyone, I'm Sangelamu, working with Samtse College of Education as research officer, and I'm privileged to stand in front of you all representing Samtse College of Education to deliver the last closing remark. So today we exit this event with rich knowledge on mental health issues, enhancing teaching and learning experience, gender equality and social inclusion, teacher professional development, and many more. I hope you have also made new connections with new faces over the course of this event. Gratitude in silence is not much of a use. So for being able to close this event with a big satisfaction, as you would like to firstly thank KIX for generously funding this event, and KIX coordinating team, Jose Lewis, Aditi, Alison, and Marina for guiding us through every detail. It has been wonderful working with you all. And thank you to our co-organizer from MOEST for your sacrifice. I'd also like to thank SE management team for sparing a huge number of staff for planning and preparation of this event. And we'd also like to thank our SE colleagues for tirelessly fueling in your effort, either on stage or backstage. None of your contributions has gone unnoticed, considering that it was smooth and memorable for everyone. Gratitude to all presenters, keynote speakers, discussants, and moderators for taking us through the event with their expertise and wonderful insights, and our esteemed guests for your invaluable presence. And we owe a big gratitude to our wonderful audience, including the students from 2 educational colleges, RTC and Mutithang Higher Secondary School. I hope we come together in the near future for such enriching event. Have a wonderful event, have a wonderful evening, and tashidile to everyone.
Thank you so much. Karalu tenale jembi giring lu ken bache khani mewa lok shule je chube girewa da melam da chikha tashtele.